Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Leslie and I like to post lifestyle, budgeting, and motherhood type of content here on the Mother Plan. So y'all, we are going to be doing our very first video of the new year. So happy 2022. I still need to do my last paycheck breakdown for 2021. So that's what today's video is going to be about. We got paid literally just a few days ago. Today is January 1st, 2022, and we got paid on December 30th. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this paycheck breakdown. All right, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and write in our dates. December 30th was our pay day. And I'm going to be covering all the bills up until January 12th. So I'm going to put other first this time. This included a rollover of $609 from the previous paycheck. And then we got a little bit extra. So I'm going to put the $609. That's what we projected that we would have. But I'm also including some of the online income. You guys know I own an Etsy shop. And it was the end of the year, so I decided to give the family a little bit of a bonus. So that ended up being $300. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to that amount. So the actual amount will be $909. And thank you guys so much for purchasing from the shop and watching the YouTube videos. So that was including the Etsy shop and whatever I made from YouTube. So, and then of course I had to take out taxes and then expenses to run the shop and all things like that. So it ended up being $300. So thank you guys again. Let's go ahead and move over to the wages. Now this one is a little bit of a sore topic. Y'all already know. Let me go ahead and say, yes, y'all, the system is still down. This paycheck was probably the closest as far as being correct. What we do is we still clock out electronically, like we badge in and badge out, but we also record our time manually on the time card. It's like a little binder that has everybody who works on the floor, and we sign in when we clock in and when we clock out. So it has to match, and then the manager signs it. So there is a little catch. They are not putting like your overtime pay or your holiday pay. I don't know why. It's just a weird way of how they calculate things. But we got an email saying that they were going to try to pay everybody as far as their base pay as close as possible. So I did get my base pay. That was correct. And I also got my incentive pay for some of the extra shifts that I picked up. I picked up 2 extra shifts. So that was good that they included that. But they did not include the pay from Christmas. So we get paid time and a half for working those hours, and I worked Christmas Eve and Christmas. So for me, it's overnight, so it's technically only 12 hours because they don't pay holiday pay for Christmas Eve. Crazy, I know, right? So basically it was just Christmas. But anyway, I did not get the income from that. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that. But I am happy that it's not off by much. That is like literally maybe a couple of $100, if that. So the paycheck was pretty much way better than the one from the last paycheck breakdown. Y'all remember, I under budget. I always like try to under budget. So this was $3,500. I only got $2,293. So yeah, that check was really short. This should have been pretty much almost $4,000, $3,800, somewhere close to that. So that was a bummer. And I planned on using that money to pay off some debt. So I was hoping that maybe they could have corrected that and then added that money onto this paycheck, but they have not. That sucks. I'm going to be actually getting paid for work that was done in 2021. I'm going to get paid in this year, 2022. So enough of my rambling about it. Let's just go ahead and get to the numbers. I'm going to write the first paycheck that was correct. So that one we only projected $1,500. And that paycheck ended up being $1,707. Now the paychecks that we were just talking about, I projected $3,500 just to be on the safe on the lower end, which I already knew it was going to be more because I actually did work those hours. So that paycheck ended up being $4,030. So it was only short by maybe a couple $100, and hopefully I'll get that money along with the money that they owed me from the second paycheck of December. So let's go ahead and see what we were working with. So I'm happy, y'all. I am going to say I am happy that your girl got way more than she got last time, because that was really going to put a damper in my plans for the end of the year. I was going to go out with a bang as far as paying off this debt. I was working really, really hard to earn that extra income to put the biggest debt payment that we've had thus far in our journey. And unfortunately, I lost $2,000 of that. So it is what it is. I'm just going to move forward, and hopefully they're corrected soon with the upcoming paycheck. All right, y'all. So the projected amount was $5,609. And then the actual amount was $6,646. So I am happy. It is above what I said I was going to get. Plus the other paycheck was also above by $200. So we are happy with that amount. So let's go ahead and write down all of the expenses, and then I'll be right back.
Head held high, even though it's not a lie that we need deep in the dust. Killing time while pretending that we're fine, thinking someday we will burst. You and I are fine.
All right, guys, I'm back with all of the expenses written down, and I'm so sorry about my sloppy handwriting, but I'll read it out as we go along. Okay, so you will notice that I don't have the mortgage down. So normally I put half of the mortgage down for each paycheck. So I just really did not want to change too much with the sinking funds and the cash envelopes and trying to save money. Plus, we technically had already put that money aside for the full month of the mortgage with the first and second paycheck. So I am just going to try to kind of like buffer that amount as far as what I thought I was going to get by go ahead and skipping half of the mortgage. It's still good. It will get all paid. It's just I'm hoping that they will include that money next month in one of those paychecks. If not, it'll still be included in the 2 paychecks for January. So I was just trying to get ahead, as they say. So that's why I went ahead and scratched out the mortgage, because I'm used to writing that for every single paycheck. When you do paycheck to paycheck budgeting, you almost end up paying a little extra per year on certain things, and that would have been one of them. I was trying to build up my buffer in my account for that, but that is okay. It's not going to happen right now, so we'll just, we'll skip that for now. So I just want to kind of explain why you guys didn't see the mortgage payment up there. Okay, so for medical is the same. Everything pretty much came in right on target. It was only one category that was off, and that was the credit card. For some reason, I forgot that we used that credit card to pay for some credits on a game that my daughter has. So instead of it being $215, it's actually going to be $220. The cell phone bills are good at $219. And this was another one that was like, oh, I forgot about this, because it's on auto like debit. So I totally forget about this every single year. I don't know why I forget about it, and I think I was supposed to cancel it because they don't even really use it. So I'm going to make sure they use it this year. But my youngest, we have the subscription ABC Mouse, because that's what my oldest used to use when she was younger. So we just transferred that into her name. And then my oldest is supposed to be using Adventure Academy. Last year would have been the first year of her doing that, and this would have been the second year. Or it might even been the third year. I can't even remember. That's how that's how I don't really pay attention. So when I looked at my PayPal, I was like, what the heck is coming out of my account? And sure enough, it was ABC Mouse and Adventure Academy. And it came out a couple of days ago. So I had to go ahead and throw that into the budget. So technically, it was not projected. So technically, that should be 0. So actually, y'all, this really wasn't projected per se. So I need to put a 0 there. But we still have to pay for it. So $60 and $60. All right, so let's go ahead and add up the projected amount first. And that total came in at $819. Not much, but this was supposed to be the extra paycheck, right? And then maybe I was going to add the mortgage. But like I said, the income wasn't, I was hoping to get that missed income from that other check. So let's go ahead and add up the actual amount. right, and now we have $944. Okay, I'm going to take the $944 away from the 6646, and we are left with $5,702 left to budget. I'm going to put that right here, 5702. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and write, making the calculator all crooked here. Let's move this over. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and write down all of the cash envelope categories, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back with all of our categories for the everyday spending cash envelopes. So this one was pretty much standard, no surprises. I did $200 for groceries. We also did $100 for childcare. Gas, we are going to be doing $175. For all of the other spending envelopes, we are going to do $50 a piece. All right, so let's go ahead and add that up. All right, y'all, we have $675 that's going to go into our everyday cash envelope wallet. I'm going to write that total right here. All right, I am going to subtract. So we have the, oh y'all, it got dark, hold on. It is very cloudy today. So you'll see me adjust the camera often. I do apologize, I'm working with some clouds today. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm gonna subtract the 675 away from the 5702. So we got 5702 minus 675. And now we have $5,027 to work with when we stuff our sinking funds. So let's go ahead and write that amount up here. So we said 57, ooh, I wish it said 7, 5027. Let's go ahead and write down all of our sinking fund categories, and I'll be right back.
Behind and I'm ready to go, get out while we hold. Now take my advice. Take my advice. Let it go, I wanted you. I know, you feel it too good.
Alright, I am back. Let's go ahead and get started with the home maintenance category. I am doing pretty much the same thing that I did the last paycheck. So I'm going to do $200. The car maintenance category is also going to get $200. Pet care, we are going to do $20. Terminex will also get $20. The karate envelope will get $30. Birthdays and gifts, y'all. I'm gonna do just a $200, but y'all remember I was like, oh, we should be fine. I'm not gonna spend that much money. You know, the girls got their grandparents and their aunties. Y'all, I lied. I totally spent way more than what I thought I was gonna spend. And this year we decided to give ourselves some money. So usually my husband and I, we don't really do Christmas gifts for ourselves. We just rather put it all into our kids and get what they need, right? During like Black Friday, we'll decide what we're gonna get for the house, and that's usually like our gifts to ourselves, you know, especially during this debt-free journey. We don't really have a lot of extra money. But this year we decided to give ourselves like $125. So that's like $250 gone right off the bat, right? And then instead of me spending like one something on the kids, it ended up being like two something. So this, I don't know, it just added up pretty quick. We got stuff to eat for Christmas, and then the day after family came over, so we used the Christmas envelope for that instead of groceries. I don't know what I was doing. I just, for some reason, was just going in and out of the birthday and gifts envelope. So I totally overspent, okay? So even though I'm only putting $200, we spent way more than what I was anticipating. But okay, I digress. My little side chat is over on that one. The emergency prep envelope, we're gonna do $50. Then my daughter, she will get $50, and my other daughter will get $50 as well. Household, pretty good in this envelope, but I'm going to do 60. I probably should have pulled more from this envelope than I did for, like, you know how we had to do food and just the little things to have for people to be over. I should have just spent it out of the household, and I think that was my original plan, but it didn't really pan out that way. So it doesn't matter. All is well. We did not go over as far as not spend all of the money. All right, clothing. I spent a little bit in here. I'm only going to put 40 back, though. I had to get some, you know, like socks and things like that for myself. So I ended up spending about $65 out of here. This pay period, it wasn't too bad, but it needed to be done. And then vacation will also get 40. Beauty will get 40. I plan to get my hair done sometime this month, so that will be used. And then the IDK envelope. Y'all remember this one was the big one. I am going to finish out this envelope and put $330, and that will bring this envelope up to about $2,000. And so this one will be fully funded until we use whatever money out of that to get what we need. We're thinking that washer and dryer, but like I said, the current ones are holding on for dear life. I will have the money there for a replacement when the time comes. So that's pretty much all of the sinking funds. Let's go ahead and add them up. Alright guys, so the total amount that will be going into the sinking funds is $1,330. I put that total right here. We need to subtract the $1,330 away from the $5,027. We are left with $3,697, which is great. However, this was supposed to be $5,000 and like $600, y'all, no lie. So this is the part that kind of like bumped me out when I was doing the paycheck breakdown. Last paycheck of the year, I was going to go out with a bang and try to put all that money towards debt and our savings. I'm still going to pay things off. It's no, I don't want to say it's no big deal, because it is a big deal. But it's not like it was so short that I couldn't manage. It just would have been nice to have that money for this purpose, and that is to get a head start on 2022 and make a huge debt payment. Like, y'all, I was going to get so excited to share this December debt payoff update that we will be doing later this month. So instead of being like about $5,000 that I want to put towards debt, I am going to put the rest of this check. So we're going to put debt snowball, and it is going to be $3,697. We don't have to do the 52-week saving challenge. If you guys are looking for that, I went ahead and did that the second paycheck. I just went ahead and did all of the numbers for the rest of the year. So that envelope is fully funded. So we should have our $1,378 in that envelope. So this is in addition to, right? So this debt snowball right here is $3,697, which was what we had left over from all of our 3 paychecks for the month of December. And that is putting a ton, y'all. If you look, these are the 3 paychecks right here. I put $1,370 the first time. Then the second time, $1,330. And then this time, $1,330. So it's not like we did not put any money towards savings. As you can see, that's over $4,000 to go into our sinking funds. So I am super excited and blessed to see that amount. So I don't want you guys to think that, you know, I'm not being grateful, because I am. I am definitely being grateful that we were able to bring home this extra income to be able to beef up our sinking funds and to be able to apply the rest of it towards debt. With that being said, stay tuned for our debt payoff update for the month of January, which we'll be doing December's numbers, because this payment should be included into that. And I'm going to decide, once I do all my saving challenge calculations, which I will be doing that in a few days, I'll decide how much of that money is going to go towards debt, if we're going to save some of it, or if we're going to just throw all of it towards debt. I haven't quite made my decision. It just depends on what that end number is. But for right now, for the month of December, the total debt will be applied $3,697. Let's go ahead and fill out our summary so we can do our recap. So the projected amount for the income was $5609. but we actually brought home 6,646. Then the expenses, they were $944. That was a little over because we projected $819. The ABC Mouse and the Venture Academy kind of threw me off there. So for our cash envelopes, we pretty much were right on target. So that's going to be $675. The sinking funds, $1330. Extra debt, yay, we're going to put the whole $3,697. And y'all, I'm sure I'm going to just round that up. I can find $3. I don't like to work with like weird numbers like that. So that's probably going to be $3,700. We're just going to just cap it off at $3,700. And then we're not going to do anything to savings. Technically, our sinking funds is part of our savings. So we're just going to just cross that out. Let's go ahead and do the math to make sure our numbers are correct. If that is correct, we should have a zero-based budget. So 6,646 minus 944 minus 675 minus 1330 minus 3697. And there you go. We are with a zero-based budget for the ending of December. And I know y'all like, well, it's technically January. No, y'all, I'm doing these numbers for December. So whatever payment I make on Monday, I'm going to go do the payment either Monday or Wednesday, depending on my schedule. I'm counting that money towards December. Okay, so this is 0. All right, so not too bad. We actually brought home a little bit more than what we were projecting, which was actually about $1,000 more at $6,646. I went ahead and took out the mortgage payment to bring the amount down to $944 for our expenses. Then I'm going to put $675 into our everyday spending envelopes right here. I'm going to add $1,330 into the sinking funds, and I'm going to make a huge debt payment for sure of $3,697, and that's thanks to all the extra hours that I worked at my job. So I just got the word, y'all, that they are extending the incentive pay to the end of March, but your girl is tired. So I'm not going to do any extra shifts for the next couple of pay periods, I don't think. We'll see how I feel, but it really drained me, and y'all know I don't really have that much childcare at the house. I'm tired all the time. We do get childcare, but still, it's this was a lot for me to work those few extra shifts. This is why I went part-time in the first place, so I could be home more with the kids and not be exhausted all the time. And I work overnight, so y'all know how that is. I still have to do school with the oldest. I still have to do karate classes. I still have to go grocery shopping, doctor's appointments. I still have to do education to keep my license up to date. So it's just a lot of day-to-day stuff I have to do on top of working overnight at the hospital, that just working so many of those shifts, I just can't do it. So hopefully I will be able to pick up a few extra shifts here and there, but for right now I am going to be taking a break. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get set up for this cash stuffing. I'm going to be needing $1,330 plus the $675. I'm going to be stuffing $2,005. So if you are interested in seeing that, then stay tuned to the next video. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.